be private with working on myself, with personal development, with what I'm doing, building more discipline. We're even gonna break it down to just calling it that. Maybe that's what'll start making it a little bit more attractive, a little bit more sexy. I'm just trying to get me some confidence. That sounds better than personal development. Self-improvement. It sounds like, oh, it sounds a little bit like a square. When I say, hey, let's get ourselves some confidence. Like, hey, all right, yeah, I'll take it. Hey, let's get ourselves some discipline. I don't need nobody disciplining me. I discipline myself. I get my own discipline. I don't need to be disciplined. I'm not a little kid. I'm not someone who needs to be disciplined is someone who doesn't have enough discipline of their own. So if you work on having enough discipline, ain't nobody need to be disciplining you. You already did what had to be done the way it was supposed to be done. What? I didn't even throw. I like what. What's up? My name's Albert. Welcome back to my channel. In my videos here, I talk about what I've done in my life to improve my health, fitness, and finances. And I talk about it in the most basic, fundamental, baby step sort of way, because that's actually what got me to start making progress in a very short period of time. I knew there was more. I knew there was more to me as I was growing up in my young adulthood and my adulthood. Just knew that like there's more. And I always went at it. I've been trying since. But there was always this sense of feeling stuck, and that was just part of my hero's journey. I had to go through that, and in just a short period of time, I've been able to make more progress, measurable results, than I have ever had. And that's what I talk about here: what I've been doing and what I'm doing to improve my lifestyle, to make my lifestyle a whole lot better, making a lot of progress in a little bit of time, just simply working on health, fitness, and personal finances, and starting in the most basic fundamental way. Let's go. What are we talking about? Oh, should I share? The question was asked, should I share what I'm doing? I got 3 points I want to make to that, and then I got to split. By the way, if you're watching this live, I've been doing a lot of lives lately. I like it. I like kind of how it's going. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this. No one's here right now, but that's cool. I'm doing it just because it goes up right away. It's on my channel and it could stay there. That's what's super cool. It's almost like if I would have just recorded it not live and then uploaded it later, but this later just happens right now. So you're in the comments because you're not here in the live, because I can see right here that no one's here. But in the comments, post up where you're at on the planet, and it's up to you how like specific you want to be. You want to do city, state, and city, just state, country, whatever. But let me know where you're staying at, what planet you're on, and yeah, that's it. And at one point, and yeah, just let me know where you're from, where you're watching this at. Maybe you're on vacation somewhere, and wherever you're at on vacation, just punch it in there. This way I know that someone did watch it on the replay, and it just starts to that little bit of a connection. It feels good. So 3 things that I want to touch on. Listen to your conscience. That's one. It's very important to start getting a connection with your conscience, and the voice of your conscience will guide you in the perfect way in exactly what you need to do and exactly what you need to not do. We won't get into that. I'm just telling you, it's the 3 things that you need to keep in mind when you're saying, should I express, should I share what I'm doing to build my discipline? Because it's working. It's gonna work. If you do what I'm telling you to do, it's not, oh, it'll work for some people. No, this is general to all humans. I talk about it a lot in the last video, but the one right before this, I think it is. But I'll make another one later on in regards to discipline. I think the one before this was confidence. This is just general across the board to all humans. We all have this structure. This is a universal law. Build the discipline, you'll gain the confidence, and you'll now become a confident, disciplined person that whatever you do in all parts of your life, personal, business, work, friends, clubs, anything that you do, anything, you will now show up, you will now pull up as a more valuable person. You'll bring value to the table because you've elevated. You become more valuable. Someone who has high discipline and high confidence is a higher valued person, has more value, has more to offer, because it takes work to have discipline and confidence. You put in the work. You put in the work to gain that. So by putting in the work, you're gifted the confidence. So now what? You're more valuable. So wherever you go, you're gonna do things in a better way because you're a higher level person now, because you put in the work. There's no question. It works for everybody across the board. So, Start listening to your conscience. It'll tell you what you should share and what you shouldn't share. That plain and simple, that would be like, if I had to end the video right here, I'd be satisfied with it. It'll tell you, don't say anything. Shut your mouth. Show proof. Show up with proof. Or it'll say, yeah, this person needs to hear only this much. Maybe they're whining and complaining about their place of work or where they hang out, or if they have to, if they're going wherever they're at in their life, they're like, hey, your conscience will say, hey, tell them life happens for them, not to them. There's something to learn here. And then just wait for the question. If that person asks you, what do you mean, or what's the question, and you go from there. But if it doesn't say anything, stop it and just listen to your conscience. If you live a conscience guided life, oh man, I'm telling you. First of all, you don't have to wonder, what should I do? Just boom, 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 boom. I love doing burpees. You go to my old videos, you go to my old, even when I used to post more often on Instagram, I've been focusing a lot on YouTube right now, but I got a ton of burpee videos. Love them. One of my most favorite exercises to do. I hurt my arm using a stupid saw, cutting a root in one of the trees. It was lifting up the bricks, so I went to go use a saw. I went too hard, hurt my arm. This area right here. I forgot what arm it was. As much as I tried to fight through it, it was painful. Ibuprofen wasn't cutting it. I went to the doctor so much, just like, hey, is this cool, fool? My homie said it was cool, just give it rest. Damn. He said, I think, 3 to 6 weeks, whatever. It still hurt. I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, what? I asked my conscience, what should I do? You know more than anybody, what? My conscience said, stop doing burpees till I tell you to. I was like, oh my goodness, my favorite exercise. Can I do something else? Nope, stop doing burpees. So I focused on push-ups. The impact of the burpee, I could do push-ups because I could position my arms in a certain way where it didn't hurt and it was fine. Fast forwarded like 6 months, I think 6-7 months, I was like, which is today actually. Today I finally did my first set of burpees. I'm so set back. I went, to fail 30 burpees and I was like, I forgot how many I could do, but it doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make is I listened to my conscience. Today I was successfully able to do 30 burpees with absolutely zero discomfort. And that's because I listened to my conscience. In the background, what happened? During all that time, I was doing sets of push-ups, which I ended up finding out through one of my coaches that I was doing them not as good as I could. I needed to put in a bigger intention, a separate intention. Besides to raise my attitude, I had to put the intention that these push-ups are to build my chest. Why? Like, oh, dang. I didn't notice, but my chest isn't growing. What the heck is going on? That's right. I've been doing push-ups for a while. What's going on? You're not doing them right. Instead of sets of 2, you should be doing sets of 4. And sets of 4 should be fail. You should take up to fail. Your fourth set, the last rep on your fourth set should be like, argh! Oh my gosh. I didn't know that. I've been doing them all wrong. I'm gonna start doing them right. As of right now, it's like, oh, heck yeah. I was looking at, progress pictures. My chest is getting some size now. Like, finally. I probably wouldn't have noticed that if I wouldn't have stopped doing burpees. I wouldn't have stopped doing burpees because I would have muscled through it. More ibuprofen. Tiger Balm, let's go. I wouldn't have stopped doing burpees if I had not listened to my conscience. Point of the story, listen to your conscience, it'll guide you. Today it told me, do burpees today. Time to lean up a little bit more. Burn some more calories. Sounds good to me, let's go. I did them, yes. Felt good, felt real good. All day has been feeling good. And I sprinkled some freaking burpees with the intention to, be grateful that I could do them again. Oh man, it was instant, like, yes. That, and I did my 4 sets of push-ups in the morning. Can't wait for tonight's workout. All by listening to my conscience. Conscience guided. That's the main one. Listen to your conscience. Learn to listen to your conscience. All questions will be answered if you're guided by your conscience. Let your life be guided by your conscience. It won't steer you wrong. More than anything, you'll start realizing all the shit you've been doing that you shouldn't be doing. You'll be like, damn, I shouldn't have been doing that. I always fight it. And do it anyways. And I feel regret. That's the punishment from your conscience. The other thing, should you share anything? If you start sharing, you're going to be influenced by people that are not on the same vibration and not the same path, don't have that. You're already at a point where you're ready to transcend. You're ready to start bettering yourself. I'm sorry, actualizing yourself. You're ready to upgrade. You're ready to do like a 2.0. Sorry for that. I didn't even forget what I said right there. That you just want to turn yourself from 1.0 to 2.0. Ultimately, you want to get to 10.0. That would be like, level 10. That's the highest, right? You're at 1. You're going through your hero's journey. You want to go to 2.0. You already got your conscience has already told you. You got the curiosity. You're going to start working on yourself, elevating your attitude, working on building your discipline. Your confidence is going to go up. You're going to start seeing things different. It's going to feel great. You're going to want to share it with all your close loved ones, your friends, your homies from work. Hey, this is great. Be careful, because they're not on that same wavelength. They're not ready to become 2.0 versions of them. They're still on their hero's journey, or they don't even realize it. They haven't listened to their conscience. The conscience has been screaming at them, but they haven't started listening to it yet. You are, which is why you went down the rabbit hole of your curiosity. You listen to your curiosity. You're ready to take baby steps. You probably already are. All this is starting to make sense. You're already starting to see it in your life. You share it, hey bro, this, and this, from somebody who's still running around in circles in their hero's journey. Not a bad place to be, just a place to be. It's different. They could taint you. They could say some stuff. They could throw a wrench in your system just enough to where they knock you down from your baby steps. Remember, you're barely taking baby steps to create momentum. You could still get hurt by these shoves and pushes and trips. If you don't say anything, they can't say anything. You just keep it low key. In a short period of time, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, to be like, hey, what's up with you? Why are you doing you're looking different. What's going on? You asked. There's a difference when someone asks versus you just sharing it. Because if they ask and you share it and they're like, you're dumb, whatever. Hey, if you asked, next time don't ask. Shut that shit down like that. And then next time they ask like nothing, they're going to be like, oh man, he's holding back. Yeah, because you can't take it. You can't handle it. You're still too immature. Mature up a little bit. You don't say all this, but this is just the mindset. That's the keep it to yourself. And the third part would be just show up with receipts. Show up with proof of purchase. If all of a sudden you start shedding off the pounds because it's just a result of building your discipline. I'm building my discipline through dieting. The pounds are going to start shedding off because you're not consuming just the same amount of calories. You start continuing to go down the rabbit hole. Baby steps turn into a little bit of progress. The snowball starts to grow. You start researching how to track your macros. You start seeing that it's really super simple. You start making starts just melting off. You're working on your attitude, so you're doing basic exercise at home. You're doing your push-ups, your burpees. You're going for walks every day, exercising twice a day, doing burpees during lunch, or when you get home, whatever, midday, besides your exercise at night. You start building a little bit of muscle. You start shedding off weight. I'm telling you, between like 3 weeks, 6 weeks, you're going to look different. You're going to feel way different. That's the receipt. Your skin's going to look different. Your face is going to look different. You're not going to look all like diet face, like you're sick. You're going to look, dang. And not to mention that you're going to be radiating a different energy. Why? Because you are at a different energy. You're a higher level. You're a higher energy person now. Someone with discipline has a higher vibration. They know not to be a victim mindset. They know not to let themselves feel regret, to not feel angry, to not feel sad, to not feel like a victim. That's all low vibe stuff. We'll talk about the energy scale in another video. You know that your priority is to be grateful, high level, high vibration. You keep your high vibration, you keep your attitude high. Automatically, what comes with a high level attitude? Gratitude. Gratitude, love, and faith. You put yourself at the... I wasn't even thinking about talking about this, but my conscience just told me, just spill it. Okay, so here you go. When you have a high attitude, which you control with your exercise, another reason on why you feel really good is because you elevate to a place of gratitude, love, and faith. When you're at a low attitude, You're ungrateful, you're hating, and you don't have belief. You don't have any faith. No trust. No trust in the source of creation. But yet, he created you and everything around us. Lack of gratefulness, lack of love, lack of faith. But when you elevate to a high attitude, instead of a low attitude, you go into high attitude by putting in the exercise and the gratitude throughout the day. You're also it comes with that high attitude, the grateful love and faith. So someone who's at that level of energy is just gonna be different. It's gonna pull up different. When you're in the presence of that type of person, you just feel different. This guy's always, you ever met those kind of people that they're always in a good vibe, they're always in a good attitude, good mood? They always, you don't even know it, but you come in maybe complaining, whining, and then the conversation goes into someone else. You think they do that on purpose. They shut you down. They shut your negativity down because they don't want anything to do with it. Their energy, they realize and understand that that's the most valuablest thing we have, our attitude, our energy. I can't let you taint it. I work so hard every day to keep that attitude at a high level. I'm not going to let your whining and complaining and baby attitude come in and ruin me. If anything, I'm just going to pattern break your thing. Where'd you get that shirt? Oh, this one, bam, pattern break. That's really cool, man. And you're lucky you have that. That's cool. Yeah, you like this? It's cool. Got you vibing high. At the very least, you ain't vibing as low as you were. Your attitude went up a little bit because you're not whining and complaining no more. You're not entitled. You don't have that sense of entitlement. That sense of lack of gratitude. He'll break your pattern. That's what people who have a high attitude just do automatically and naturally. They keep people around them at a high level. Why do you think you like kicking it with those type of people? It's pleasant. They're rare. Why? Because rare things are valuable. Rare things are valuable. Become valuable. Start with your attitude. So show up. That's the third one. Showing up. Instead of telling them, if your conscience tells you not to tell them, or maybe your conscience tells you to share it a little bit, like I said at the first one, listen to your conscience. Learn to start listening to your conscience. It'll tell you what to do and what not to do. And then the last one was show up. Instead, just show up with proof of what you're doing. Then they'll ask. Then you share. And whatever happens from there, it's like, hey, you asked. If they try to make fun. But if they don't, why would they? It's not like, I wonder if it's going to work. It's like, no, you asked about what you saw. I'm just telling you. So I hope that helps. If anybody, if you're wondering, should I share what I'm doing? Or I shared a couple times and it didn't go good and kind of sour. That's just a warning to let you know, hey, don't do that. Just listen to your conscience and pull up. We're turning you into a 2.0 level of you, so then we could turn you into a 3.0 level of you, 3.0 level of you. And wait till it's one of the dopest feelings is when someone says, damn, you look different. That's cool. Wow, that's impressive. How'd you do that? That's a good feeling right there. That means you're pulling up with receipts. You're showing your progress. And it's not external. It's not something that you bought, not something that you got on credit, not something that you financed. This is right here. Bam, paid in full, everything what I've been doing. It's all on me, my energy, and I just happen to also look different because that's just some of the bonuses that come with elevating your attitude and elevating your discipline. I'm gone. I'll catch you at the next one. Don't forget to drop a comment on where you're from.